So I kind of noticed I haven't uploaded in a month since this video, so I'm gonna upload more often. So I'll get back to the video. Hey you there, have you ever wanted to make a simple gun in MCreator? Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple gun. All it really does is just have a little fire animation, a little idle animation, and then it just fires bullets. So what you first want to do is get up your little MCreator workspace. Go ahead and get it ready. Alright, so once you have the workspace open, make sure on workspace settings, turn on GeckoLib. You need to get the plugin. If not, you'll be able to find it in the MCreator. The version I currently use is 2024.4, in case y'all ever wonder. Next thing you want to do is go to general settings, mod ID, make sure to see that. Make sure to copy the mod ID, and then after that, press save changes. And while it's doing that, open up Blockbench, click on GeckoLib animated model, create new model, and then here is not crazy advanced, but make sure you do this. But model type, item, project name, just tutorial gun will work. The mod ID, select it. Then copy and paste mod ID from the workspace, and then for default UV mode, make sure to use per face UV. It basically makes it kind of more easy to make like detailed models and all that. And for this, do whatever texture size you want. I'm just going to do 32. I usually do 32 because I think it works good. Alright, so now that you open up this thing, click add group or Control G for short, and then on bone, name it to whatever gun you're making. Tutorial gun is the one I'm going to do, and then add a cube. I'm just going to make a little simple model. So what I'm going to do is just something simple like let's see, where is z-axis? Alright, so the z-axis is where it's going to be facing, so we use this will be the handle. So I guess what I can do is move it a little bit to the right, like there, and scale. Alright, scale it down and end up something with this. But what I'm doing is just making a model so you can follow along. And now that you have this thing, duplicate it, Control D, do this, just stretch it down, and then this, and there's almost our model, and we just scale this down, do that. And a little shortcut, if you didn't know, if you hold Alt, it'll do both ends, in case you wanted to know that. Alright, so now that we have our model, what we can go ahead and do is create the texture, or Control-Shift-T for short. For this, you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to do tutorial gun texture, and then pixel density, do whatever you want. On the key multi-texture occupancy, disable it, and then click confirm. Then you should end up seeing all these light colors. Go to paint, and then do whatever color you want. I'm just going to do like a default gray, so I'm going to select paintbrush. And for the little handle I made, I'm just going to select the paintbrush. Well, first I'm going to erase this. And we basically have our gun. Alright, so I'm just going to do this for like the end of the gun. Also, hold Alt if you want to do a color picker, and then there we go. Alright, we have our gun. Yippee! Not the best, obviously. Alright, so what you want to do now is go to display right here. You should end up with this, so scroll somewhere about here and move it to wherever you want the handle to be. Like, I'm going to make it right there on the right hand. Third person, left. I guess we can move this. I'm not really going to use third person for it, but y'all can if you want. But first person right, this is also kind of important. This, if y'all want, y'all can add animated player arms, so I'll link the video on the top right of the video for y'all to see if y'all want to add them. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep it simple and just have the gun, so I'm just going to make it look something like this. And then for the left, keep it default, I guess. For the head, you don't really need to do anything for that. For the ground, same with that, but frame, this is also kind of important, I guess. This, you want to rotate, so press R, and then rotate it wherever you want it to be. You don't have to do this, but I kind of recommend doing it just because it looks better. For the GUI, this is definitely important. Rotate it. I'm just going to do it this way. And like so. You can do whatever you want for the GUI or whatnot. But alright, so now what we want to do, animate. This is also pretty important. So what we'll do is add an animation. We need to name this idle for like the idle animation. Alright, make sure it loops. Confirm. Now what we want to do is go ahead and animate. Do whatever you want for the animation. I'm just going to do a little simple move up and down. Alright, so now we have our animations and texture set. So go ahead and click Control S and then put everything where you need it to be, and then I'll see you there. Okay, so now that you click all the files wherever you want, so what you do is click on File and then Export, and then click on Export MacLeod Model and then Display Settings. Alright, so now you did that. Alright, so now you're in the MCreator workspace. So what you do now is click on MacLeod up here, import MacLeod Model. And then now go on MacLeod again and then import the display settings this time. Alright, so what you do now is click the plus icon and then find animated item. Click on that and then name it whatever you want. Mine's just going to be tutorial gun. Like so, no spaces. And then now you have the item model, do the tutorial gun or whatever you have it on. Then the same for display settings and idle animation. Since we only made it named idle, just put an idle. That's all you have to do. Disable arm swing animation. I would recommend that, actually. It makes it just a lot better looking. Alright, so now that you did that, go to triggers. So then what you want to do is when entity swings item, click on that and then create procedure. So what this will do is detect whenever you swing your arm when holding the item. So basically when you left click while holding the item. It's basically the same thing. What you want to do now before you make the procedure is go to the plus icon and then search for item. Yep, here we go. And then just type in like bullet. Alright, so what you want to do for this, it can be whatever. So what you want to find now is a projectile. Yeah, right. So basically press Q to get the projectile. And then this will be I guess we can just call it actual bullet. So required item is the bullet item we made. Oh yeah, actually do need to have a custom texture for the bullet item. So this, what we'll do is create, we're not going to really see it crazy well, the bullet. So do whatever color you want the bullet to be. And then try finding the center of the screen. Like that. Alright, save as a new texture, and then item texture, and bullet texture. So now that we did that, save the texture. Now go here, choose that bullet texture, and what you want to do is, on projectile, required item, the same thing as the same for the bullet. What you want to do now, projectile launches, let's see, do whatever you want to be necessarily. I'm just going to do the blaze shoot because I don't know. So what we want to do is save the mod element. Now we go back to the procedure. So here what we do is locate the section that has projectile procedures. So what we do now is we shoot from entity. Alright, and then we go back to projectile procedures. And then what we do now is find arrow of type. Put that into there. And then now what we can go ahead and do is add particles and pick up type disallowed. Basically it means like you can't pick it up now. So arrow of type, choose actual bullet. And the damage, do whatever damage you want. Make sure, what I will say is, if you want to do like 5 hearts of damage, put in 10. Here's why. Every time there's like 1 damage, it counts as half a heart. So just do like 10 if you want to do 5 hearts. I'm just going to keep it as default. So 2.5 hearts. Well, 2.5 hearts. Alright, the speed, I guess you can do like 25 if you want. Inaccuracy, we can keep it accurate. So what we'll do now is, for Gecko item, what we'll do is, so we can play the animation, if item element is the, oh, hang on, tutorial gun, save that. Alright, if the item element is tutorial gun, alright, so sorry, I forgot to mention, save the gun before making the procedure, and then like go back to the gun, and then go to triggers, then make the procedure for the item for the gun. So that way we can like select tutorial gun is the item provide stack. So what we'll do is play the shoot animation, whatever you have it as a name. Alright, so what we do now is save. Alright, so guys, before you try out the mod, what you want to do is go to properties on the gun, and then creative inventory, add it to combat. I forgot to say, you don't have the item texture default. You import the texture that you made in Blockbench. So I'll do that real quick. Alright, so now that you import it, you just do this. So it should be the same texture you made of the gun. I'm so sorry, guys. That's why it didn't show up. Alright, so real quick, before we go ahead and do this, what we'll do is play a sound effect. What you do is do a shoot sound, whatever you have. I'll also do the blaze shoot, so save that, and now you can go ahead and test the game. Alright, so I made a world, and we'll go ahead and see if it worked. Okay, this might be a common problem, but sometimes the gun might not show, and that's a problem with the display settings. So I'll show you how to fix that. Just find the tutorial gun or whatever I made that might have done it. I just select it and then copy it, and discard. What I would usually do is just remove like the tutorial gun. Just like go into the file or wherever you found it, and then just remove the model. So, but mainly it sometimes happens for some reason. So what you do is go back to GeckoLib thing and tutorial gun, whatever you want it to be called, tutorial guns, object ID, mod ID. Go here, workspace settings, and get the mod ID, copy and paste it there. Per face, make sure it's all the same settings you used for the other one. Import texture, copy and paste the model, and then boom, you have the model again. So what you want to do is go to animate and then import animations. Alright, and then it should say this, just select all in case some aren't, and then it should have all the animations. And then what you do now is you also need to do like redo the display settings. So go ahead and delete the previous display settings if it didn't work. Alright, so then what you want to do is, I'll just keep it default, change it to the way you had it before if you want. Alright, export the model, and then that should work. Well, it should solve it. Then go here, find the tutorial, and then import the display settings and model. Alright, so that should hopefully fix the problem. Okay, so now what you're going to do is combat. Oh, there it is. See? It works. So yeah, it's usually something to do with the display settings. So as you can see, it shows, does a little fire animation. I guess you can even spam it if you want. Alright, so now let's see if it actually works. Like, can you destroy villagers? Let's find out. It works. So guys, that is how you make a gun, pretty much. That's just a simple little tutorial. There's more advanced ways of making one, but that's just a basic one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down mod ideas. I will be happy to make them. And see you guys in the next one.